All right, now I'm gonna assess the upper extremities. Of course, I would be assessing for general skin and any deformities, like extra fingers, amputations, anything like that. I'm also gonna check the pulses, which are graded from 1 to 4, 1 being really weak and 0 being absent, and then 4 being bounding. I'll check the brachial pulse here, the radial pulse here, and the ulnar pulse here. And then while I'm doing that, I'll do the Allen test, which is check circulation. I'm going to occlude the ulnar and radial arteries, and I'll have you make a fist. And then we'll do that for 30 seconds. You can just go ahead and open. All right, and there will be pallor, and then when I release, the circulation will kick in and the hand will flush. Then we're going to do some range of motion exercises just to check that. First, I'm going to have you abduct your arms like this. All right, and then adduction, flexion, extension, and hyperextension. All right, and then circumduction or rotation. All right, and then I'm going to check the wrists and elbows. I'm going to have you do supination and pronation. All right, and then flexion of the fingers, extension, hyperextension, adduction, abduction. All right. Then I'm going to do some strength exercises. I'm just going to squeeze my fingers. All right, and then this one. All right, and then press up on my hands and down. All right. Then I'm going to move on to the vessels of the neck. So I'm just going to listen for the jugular pulse. All right. Okay. And I could count the pulse there as well. Then I'm going to listen to the heart. I'm listening for, I'll just go through the spots. All right. The aortic valve, I can hear heart sound 2, so I'll listen for that here. All right. And the pulmonic valve, I can listen also for heart sound 2. Erb's point, you can hear heart sounds 1 and 2. All right, and yeah, sit up a little bit. The tricuspid valve, you can hear heart sound 1. And the mitral valve, you can hear also heart sound 1. All right, and while I'm listening for those, I'm also listening for any abnormalities, such as like a 3rd or 4th heart sound, any thrills, murmurs, anything like that. Next, I'm going to count the apical impulse, which is the most accurate, and you want to do this for a full minute. So let me just grab my timer here. All right, I'm just next to you. Okay. This is apical. Oh. I'm just going to do 30 seconds, but you would do a full minute. Next, I'm going to move on to the abdomen. I'll have you lay down. You can put a pillow down real quick. Just go ahead and lay down. Take off your shoes if you want. All right, so first I'm just going to do a general inspection for symmetry, any abnormalities, any like lumps that I can see, any open areas, anything like that. And then I'm gonna auscultate next for the vowel sounds. I'll do in each of the 4 quadrants. Alright. And the normal rate for that would be 5 to 30 sounds per minute. And if I didn't feel like I heard anything, I would listen for 5 minutes in each of the quadrants to declare that there were no vowel sounds. Next, I'm going to do percussion, and when I'm doing this, I'm just palpating or percussing to listen for dullness, which would indicate the liver, and I'm just checking pretty much to see what the border of the liver is. Okay, and then I will do light and deep palpation. Do you have any tenderness when I press down anywhere?
No.
Okay. And then deep palpation you could use to find the borders of organs as well. All right. Next, I can have you sit up again. Actually, no, go ahead and lay down. I would also do the femoral pulse, which you can find here. All right. And then I'll have you sit up again. Oh, and I would also palpate for the lymph nodes when I was there. Go ahead and sit up. All right. Now I'm going to do the lower extremities. First, I'll start off with, again, a general inspection, symmetry, characteristics of the skin, any dryness, anything like that, temperature, look for any swelling or edema in the feet. All right. Here, go ahead and uncross your legs. All right. And usually that's checked on a bony prominence, just press down to check for fluid buildup. Then I'm going to check the pulses. I'll do the posterior tibial pulse. And then I would do the, here, let me take off your shoe. And then I would do the dorsalis pedis pulse. And those are graded on that same scale from 0 to 4. 2 being a normal pulse. Then I'm going to have you stand up and we're going to do some range of motion exercises. Oh, I would also do the popliteal pulse, which is behind the knee. Palpate for that. Alright, now I'll have you stand up here. You can put your shoe back on if you want.
Thank you.
To do range of motion exercises. Alright, I'm going to have you do flexion, extension, hyperextension, abduction, which is out, adduction, and then circumduction, just a rotation. Alright, and you would do those on both sides. I'm also going to have you do inversion, which is where you to check the ankle, and eversion, outward. And then I would ever do any flexion, extension, hyperextension of the toes that she could do as well. And then I would also do the muscle strength test down here, so I'll have you sit down again. Alright, and I'm just going to have you press down on my hands with your feet, okay, and press up. Alright, and then press out with your thighs and in, okay. Then I'm going to move on to the neurologic system. I'm going to check the sensation in your face, arms, hands, legs, and feet by doing the sharp and dull test. So could I just see one of your hands? All right, I'm going to have you close your eyes and you tell me if you feel sharp or dull, okay?
Sharp.
Yeah.
Dull. Sharp.
Okay, and I'll do your feet.
Sharp. Sharp. Dull. Dull. Sharp.
Okay. And I'll also do the legs and arms as well for that one. I'm also gonna have you, I'm gonna do the position sense test, so I'll have you, close your eyes and I'll take one of your fingers, all right, and I'm gonna move it up or down and you tell me which way I'm going, okay?
Up, down,
Okay, and then I would do the same with, your toes. And then I'm gonna do stereognosis, this is where I'm gonna put a object into your hand and you tell me what it is, okay? Close your eyes. All right. Can you tell me what that is?
key,
Yes. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you bring, to test cerebellar function, I'm gonna have you bring the tip of your fingers to your nose, like this. Alright, good. And then I'm gonna have you stand up, and I'm gonna have you bring your heel down your shin to your foot.